So this is the last part of AZ-204 tutorials. In this lesson, we're going to continue from where we left off in the previous video. So this is the part 2 of AZ-204 review questions. So without wasting any more time, let's get into it. Question number 27. Azure Key Vault is a tool for securely storing and accessing secrets. A secret is anything that you want to tightly control access to, such as API keys, passwords, or certificates. A vault is a logical group of secrets. True or false? Azure Key Vault requires that you always pass credentials through your code to access stored secrets. The statement is false. You can use a managed identity to authenticate to Key Vault or any service that supports Azure AD authentication without having any credentials in your code. Question number 28. Below are some characteristics of a managed identity. Created as a standalone Azure resource, independent lifecycle must be explicitly deleted and can be shared. Are the listed characteristics associated with a user or system assigned identity? The answer is user assigned identity. These are characteristics of a user assigned identity. System assigned identities are created as part of a resource and are deleted when the resource is deleted and can't be shared. Question number 29. The Azure Key Vault service supports protocol versioning to provide compatibility with down-level clients, although not all capabilities will be available to those clients. True or false? If you don't specify an API version using the API version parameter key, Vault will default to the current version. The statement is false. Clients must use API-version query string parameter to specify the version of protocol that they support, as there is no default. Question number 30. Azure App Configuration provides a service to centrally manage application settings and feature flags. Azure App Configuration stores configuration data as key value pairs. Which of the below are valid uses of the label attribute in key pairs? Select all that apply. The correct answers are create multiple versions of a key value and specify multiple environments for the same key. Labels add a layer of metadata to the key value pairs. You can use them to differentiate multiple versions of the same key, including environments. And labels are not values. You should never store application secrets in the app configuration. Question number 31. Which of the options below matches the following definition? A security identity that user created apps, services, and automation tools use to access specific Azure resources. The correct answer is service principal. An Azure service principal is a security identity that user created apps, services, and automation tools use to access specific Azure resources. Question number 32. API management helps organizations publish APIs to external, partner, and internal developers to unlock the potential of their data and services. Which of the below options is used to set up policies like quotas? The correct answer is Azure Portal. The Azure Portal is the administrative interface where you set up your API program. Question number 33. In Azure API management, policies are a powerful capability of the system that allow the publisher to change the behavior of the API through configuration. Which of the options below accurately reflects how policies are applied? The correct answer is all of the above. A configuration can be divided into inbound, backend, outbound, and on error. The series of specified policy statements is executed in order for a request and a response. Question number 34. A control flow policy applies policy statements based on the results of the evaluation of Boolean expressions. True or false? A control flow policy must contain at least one otherwise element. The statement is false. The control flow policy must contain at least one when element. The otherwise element is optional. Question number 35. The return response policy aborts pipeline execution and returns either a default or custom response to the caller. What is the default response code? The correct answer is 200 OK. The default response is 200 OK with no body. Question number 36. Regarding Azure Event Grid, which of the below represents the smallest amount of information that fully describes something happening in the system? Correct answer is events. An event is the smallest amount of information that fully describes something that happened in the system. Every event has common information like source of the event, time of the event took place, and unique identifier. Question number 37. Azure Event Grid has three types of authentication. Select the valid type of authentication from the list below. The answers are custom topic publishing, event subscription, webhook event delivery. Azure Event Grid has these three types of authentication. Question number 38. Azure Event Hubs is a big data streaming platform and event injection service. What type of service is it? The correct answer is PaaS. Event Hub is a fully managed platform as a service with little configuration or management overhead. Question number 39. In .NET programming, which of the below is the primary class for interacting with Event Hubs? The correct answer is Microsoft.Azure.EventHubs.EventHub client. The primary class for interacting with Event Hubs is Microsoft.Azure.EventHubs.EventHub client. You can instantiate this class using createFormConnectionString method. Question number 40. Which of the following advanced features of Azure Service Bus is used to guarantee a first in, first out guarantee? The correct answer is message sessions. To create a first in, first out guarantee in Service Bus, use sessions. Message sessions enable joint and ordered handling of unbounded sequences of related messages. Question number 41. In Azure Service Bus, which of the following receive modes in best for scenario in which the application can tolerate not processing a message if a failure occurs? The correct answer is receive and delete. Receive and delete mode is the simplest model and works best for scenarios in which the application can tolerate not processing a message if a failure occurs. Question number 42. In Azure Queue Storage, what is the default time to live for a message? Correct answer is 7 days. The default time that a message can remain in the queue is 7 days. Question number 43. In Azure Queue Storage, which two methods below are used to dequeue a message? Get message and delete message. Your code dequeues a message from a queue in two steps. When you call get message, you get the next message in a queue. A message returned from the get message becomes invisible to any other code reading messages from this queue. By default, this message stays invisible for 30 seconds. To finish removing the message from the queue, you must also call delete message. Question number 44. The application insights .NET and .NET Core SDKs ship with two built-in channels. Which channel below has the capability to store data on a local disk? The correct answer is server telemetry channel. The server telemetry channel has retry policies and the capability to store data on a local disk. Question number 45. True or false? The URL ping test in Application Insight uses ICMP to check a site's availability. The statement is wrong. So answer is false. The test is not making any use of ICMP to check your site's availability. Instead, Application Insight uses more advanced HTTP request functionality to validate whether an endpoint is responding. Question number 46. In the cloud, transient faults aren't uncommon, and an application should be designed to handle them elegantly and transparently. Which of the following are valid strategies for handling transient errors? Check all that apply. The correct answers are retry after a delay, cancel, and retry. Retry after a delay, retry, and cancel are all valid strategies for handling transient faults. Question number 47. Data in Reddish cache is stored in nodes and clusters. Which of the statements below are true? Select all that apply. The correct answers are nodes are a space where data is stored and clusters are sets of three or more nodes. 48. True or false? Azure Reddish cache resources requires a globally unique name. The statement is true. The Reddish cache will need a globally unique name. The name has to be unique within Azure because it is used to generate a public facing URL to connect and communicate with the service. Let's look at the last question. The Reddish database is represented by the iDatabase type. Which of the following methods creates a group of operation to be sent to the server and processed as a single unit? The correct answer is create transaction. The create transaction method creates a group of operations that will be sent to the server as a single unit and processed on the server as a single unit. So thank you so much for taking your time to go through this content. I wish you all the very best for your examination and I will see you on a next tutorial. Until then, take care.